A few years back, the EU went green and started pushing companies to lower greenhouse gas emissions. It wants them to reach net zero by 2050. To ensure compliance, the emissions trading system was created, forcing EU businesses to pay for the carbon they put out. The EU has put a cap on the total amount of emissions allowed in several key sectors. The cap, which limits the number of available pollution permits, is shrinking every year to hit zero in less than 15 years, at which point no new permits will be issued at all. Today, a good portion of the cap is distributed for free. This is called free allocation. The rest is sold at auctions by EU member states, while secondary permits are traded on electronic exchanges. Free allocations are the elephant in the room. They are calculated based on sub-installations. Simply put, companies take their median production and multiply it by the average emissions intensity of the top 10% most efficient similar installations in the EU. Then, they multiply it by the cross-sectoral correction factor, which currently equals 1, and finally by the so-called CBAM factor. This factor reduces free allowances each year as the cap shrinks. Eventually, free allocations will expire in 2034, and businesses will have to pay the full price for their CO2 emissions. Yes, EU companies are lobbying to postpone this deadline. They want to keep production in the EU while hoping that the pressure from cheaper, high-carbon imports will decrease. Help comes in the form of carbon border adjustment mechanism. It requires importers to pay for the emissions embedded in their goods. The CBAM phase is perfectly aligned with the free allocations phase out. The fewer freebies EU businesses get, the more importers have to pay, unless those foreign producers reduce their emissions and officially verify it. Verification is very important. If embedded emissions are verified by an accredited body, the importer can use real data and benefit from preferential benchmark values that decrease the cost of CBAM certificates. On the flip side, if emissions aren't officially verified, CBAM fees skyrocket because default values are used. CBAM definite phase started this January. Now all imports are counted, with payments due next year. It looks like domestic EU producers might enjoy a couple of honeymoon years with a little less pressure from imports. And there is no good news for importers who want to use verified emissions data instead of default values as soon as possible. Anyway, CBAM is a very long story, but I hope this short explainer was also insightful. Stay tuned.